Hello, my name is Preston Thomas, and this is episode 17 of The Way of Jesus. The title of today's talk is Answering the Call. It concludes with the 3 basic steps we may take to become effective new teachers of Jesus' religion. If you like this podcast and find it helpful, please like, subscribe, and tell your friends about it. This will help grow the channel. If you are interested in past episodes, you may find links at thewayofjesus.us. Do you feel the call to return wholeheartedly to Jesus? If you do, take the first step now by clearly recognizing that Jesus' teachings are unique and supreme over all others. They are the highest and most perfect religious teachings ever to appear on planet Earth. They are our common heritage. They should be studied, learned, accepted by faith, and lived. Other religious teachings may be judged by their compatibility and harmony with the original teachings of Jesus. Begin your return to Jesus with a more focused and exclusive study of the Master's life and teachings. The first step is to know and clearly understand Jesus' actual teachings in purity and wholeness, unmixed with the many other teachings that have become associated and identified with his original gospel. Study not only his words, but focus especially on his whole life story and his life reactions, with an eye to how they more clearly demonstrate and reveal his moral and spiritual outlook. In particular, learn to recognize and be conscious of the crucial distinction that exists between the teachings of Jesus and the myriad of teachings about Jesus. In faith and sincerity, accept and affirm Jesus' original gospel of the kingdom, the fatherhood of God, and the sonship brotherhood of man. Make Jesus' kingdom teaching that God is our loving Heavenly Father, and we are all sons and daughters of God, and brothers and sisters to one another, a central truth that determines your self-concept as well as your choices and reactions in life. Learn to see yourself and others as children of God and wholeheartedly choose to do the Father's will. Live courageously as a faith child of God. By faith in the Father's indwelling Spirit and the choice to prioritize the Father's will above our own personal will, achieve the birth of the Spirit. Then go forward, increasingly and spontaneously, showing forth love and the other fruit of the Spirit in your daily life. Recognize that this increased bearing of spiritual fruit is the proof that your life is on the right track and is your ever-present check on whether you are maintaining your spiritual connection with God and continuing to make spiritual progress. Taking these first 2 steps of learning and believing Jesus' original gospel message and then faithfully living those teachings, doing the Father's will, qualifies us as true followers of Jesus. In this way, you may begin now to work for and become a part of the new revelation of Jesus. Let your life example of supreme devotion to Jesus and his teachings influence others to adopt a religious viewpoint and inspire them to believe the truth that we are all children of God. The third step effectively teaching the way of Jesus requires more time and spiritual development. We enter the kingdom as little children, but God requires that we grow up to full spiritual adulthood. We must seek to make continuous spiritual progress. As we grow through faith and choosing to do the Father's will, from children in the kingdom to fully matured spiritual adults, we increasingly qualify ourselves to become teachers and leaders in the new revelation. Becoming mature, spirit-filled children of the kingdom is the first requirement for becoming new teachers in this oncoming new revelation of Jesus. The next thing we need to do is learn to depend solely on Jesus and his incomparable teachings. This is not to say that we do not recognize the value of other teachers and their religious teachings, but that we clearly put Jesus first and depend solely on him in our life direction and our revelation to others. We must remember that the great transforming power of Jesus' religion has become diluted and weakened by its association with many other non-Jesusonian teachings. What the world needs now is devoted men and women who maintain and teach a new and more concentrated focus on Jesus and his life-giving teachings. The third element in the makeup of the new religious teachers is that they will be exclusively devoted to the spiritual transformation of others. They will not be turned and distracted from their mission of returning the world to the religion of Jesus by other goals, such as social service or teaching a particular religious doctrine. They will be true to Jesus' great commandment to take his gospel of the kingdom directly to the world and bring about the spiritual regeneration, the spiritual rebirth and renewal of their fellow man. This will be the single-minded focus of their ministry. Jesus, in his life on earth, provided us with a perfect example of living the teachings he proclaimed. This is why a study of his life can be even more valuable than the words he spoke. It is said that a picture is worth 1,000 words, and Jesus' life demonstration of living by faith and doing the Father's will made his revelation far more powerful and complete. Likewise, the teachers of the new revelation must be living demonstrations of the truth they teach. Unlike many religious teachers of the past and present, these new teachers will teach with great power and authority because they actually live what they teach. Also remember that this revival of Jesus and return to his actual gospel teachings will require both new teachers and new followers. There will be relatively few new teachers and many new devoted followers. Each person must decide for himself what part he wishes to play in this return to Jesus. In this series of podcasts, I have emphasized the need for new teachers of Jesus' religion, but new followers are also called for. If you not recognize the need for a return to Jesus and his original teachings, but do not feel called to teach, decide now to become a stronger and more focused follower. If you seek to become more than a follower of Jesus and feel the call to become an effective teacher, the way forward may be summarized in 3 basic steps. Learn it, live it, and teach it. learn the life and teachings of Jesus. By faith, live the teachings of Jesus. And by your words and actions, teach the way of Jesus. This concludes episode 17. In the coming episodes, I will reveal 2 unrealized sources that we may rely on to become stronger followers of Jesus and turn the world back to the Master and his original gospel of the kingdom. If you would like to gain a deeper understanding of Jesus and his original teachings, I invite you to order my book, The Life and Teachings of Jesus. This book can bring the help, guidance, and comfort that only Jesus' life and teachings can provide. Here's what one reviewer had to say. I want to personally thank Preston Thomas for writing this book. Because he wrote this book, I can now once again read the words of Christ, and I can read about his life and the events that took place in his life without all the embellished content which have been added onto his life story in the Holy Bible. A beautiful leather-bound edition of the Life and Teachings of Jesus is available from Amazon. There you can also order the audio book and the ebook editions. The book is available online at thelifeandteachingsofjesus.org. Thank you for watching and listening. See you next time.